Bellator 161 Kongo vs. Johnson takes place September 16th, HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas. Today we hear from Hulk Johnson. Steve Jewin, MMA Mania.
Okay, Tony, you are now on with Steve Jewin of MMA Mania. Go ahead, Steve.
Tony, it's a pleasure. How are you doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, and I want to start out with some facts that you already know, but the listeners and readers will want to know. You're on a 3-fight win streak, and your last 2 opponents are no longer in Bellator. So is it safe to say you are figuratively and literally knocking people out of the promotion?
I guess so. If I guess the details don't lie. Yeah, I mean the facts don't lie. Yeah, I guess I am, man, and I'm proud to do that. So.
Well, is Cheick Kongo the next one on the list then? Are you looking to knock him out of Bellator as well?
I'm definitely ready to knock him out of a potential title. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but yeah, I'm ready, man. This is a fight I've wanted for a long time, and I'm ready.
Yeah, it seems like somebody's got to be in contention at some point now that that title is vacant, so why not you?
Absolutely. Exactly. Why not me? I've had 2 very tough fights coming in the Bellator. I've never had an easy fight. And, I'm, like I said, I'm ready. I fought tooth and nail to get to where I am now. And, no one's going to stop me. And, not Congo, nobody. So I'm ready. I am ready.
How's the training camp been treating you then? Everything good? No injuries and all that?
Yeah, no injuries. We had a little setback last week. We lost my little brother. But, I took care of that last week. I went down, buried him, and, closed that chapter in my life, and now I'm refocused on Cheick Kongo.
I'm really sorry about that. I apologize. I didn't know that. If you don't mind me asking, what happened?
He committed suicide, man. He was depressed, and no one ever knew that, and, wish we can't talk to somebody about it, but yeah, he committed suicide last Tuesday, unfortunately.
I'm terribly sorry. Depression is a horrible thing.
Thank you.
I have friends that go through that as well, but I haven't had to deal with anybody losing anybody recently, and that's very tough. So I hope it hasn't taken focus away from the fight, although I know something like that certainly can.
I dealt with it, and it hasn't taken any focus, off the fight, man. My famous speech is that Rocky Balboa speech. He's talking about how life hits you hard in life, and I believe that. And it's about how you get up and how you keep moving forward. And I can take this, I can, mellow my sorrow, or I can go forward and take this as a stepping stone, and that's what I decided to do. I'm gonna take this opportunity and see the moment.
That's true. It's not about how many times you get knocked down; it's how you get back up over and over. So seems like you're like you're getting up from it pretty well. So let me ask you, what stylistically you're expecting from Kongo next Friday?
I'm not really sure. He's becoming a wrestler lately, so I'm expecting he's gonna try to wrestle me a little bit. So like I said, we prepared for that. I know he's a very dangerous striker. We're prepared for that. So, who knows? There's going to be 2 Cheick Kongo. He's going to try to wrestle me, he's going to try to out-wrestle me, or he's going to try to strike with me. But, regardless, we're ready for whatever he needs, whatever he's bringing to the table.
Now, do you think at 41 years old that he's still got a lot in the tank, or do you think at this point he might be on the downside?
At 41 years old, he has some of the thing. I won't lie, but he's definitely getting close to retirement, and he's had his time, and it's my time now. So like I said, I'm ready. I trained really hard for this fight, and we're ready to get it on 9/16.
And you're still with AKA, right?
Yes, I am.
Who are the guys that have done the most for you getting ready for this fight?
Well, this fight I actually had decided to do in Nashville, and I've worked with Teddy Holder and a couple other guys. But I just decided to do my training camp at home this time because I really want to franchise the AKA in Nashville. That's my ultimate goal. Because Nashville is a great place to train. It's cheap. It's way cheaper than living in California. So I want to try to draw some local talent, or even national talent to Nashville, so we can build something solid here in Nashville, which we don't have that. So it's an open market here. So that's why I decided my training camp here in Nashville.
Well, that's cool. I'd love to see an AK franchise down there. Hey, I've driven down that way before, so I could always pay you guys a visit if you do.
You're more than welcome. The gym's always going to be open to you. I promise, man. Like I said, Nashville's awesome, man. Like I said, it's so basically like my house here. I have a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 3,000 square feet. That'll cost about $2 million in California.
Right.
You know, I'm paying $1,500 a month, so I can't. I love it here. I love it here. I'm going to build the house here. My roots are here, so I'm home.
Midwest and Southern living, that's definitely better than the East or West Coast. And I can attest, because I used to live in Michigan, and the bills were way more expensive than living in Omaha.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, so now you mentioned Teddy Holder. Been a while since I've seen him in action. How's he doing these days?
Yeah. No, he's good, man. I brought him on to my conditioning program. You know, I told everybody that my conditioning has, you know, I'm really proud of myself with my conditioning now. And he's like, man, you train this hard, and like he's thinking about, you know, doing his pension now because I didn't open his eyes to my world, man. And yeah, Teddy's an awesome guy, man. And you know, we train hard, we beat each other up, and you know, we have fun. We have fun doing it, man. He's doing really good. You know, I'm excited to hopefully, you know, he'll have a fight here coming up soon, so I can help him out, return the favor.
Yeah, well, I know he's in WSOF, and they've got 3 or 4 cards coming up, but we're talking Bellator right now, so I won't dwell on that. But just, you know, it's been a while since we've seen him fight, so kind of keeping my eye out for him because he had that big upset a couple of years ago and got on everybody's radar.
Yep, exactly. That's one of the reasons why I called him down to Nashville, man. It's like he knocked out Thiago Silva. You know, I'll train with Thiago Silva when I was at 1884. I know how tough opponent Thiago is. And so I was like, you know, why not? Why not have Teddy Holder in my training camp?
Now, let me ask you a totally different question. We'll take it in a different direction here. I always like to know, because so many fighters have to worry about their diet when they're training and getting everything on point. But with heavyweights, it's a little different. You have a little more flexibility. So what's your diet like right now as you're getting ready for this fight?
Actually, I eat lots of turkey, lots of ground turkey. So I have like 2. Actually, I've eaten the same thing for the whole training camp. Turkey breast, spinach. I'll have either a sweet potato or jasmine rice. You know, that's my meals. In the mornings I have, you know, egg whites and oatmeal. You know, in between those meals I have protein shakes, you know, and a bunch of water. You know, everybody know I've in the past I've had trouble with my weight. That was about 3 years ago. Now it's not an issue, you know, and I take pride in that. So yeah, I've my meal consists of, not every once in a while I'll put the chicken in there, but you know, I try to eat as lean as possible. So I've been eating a lot of turkey, a lot of ground turkey.
It sounds like a very disciplined diet, but you still come in very big and strong for your fights. It's not like you're coming in skinny as a rail or anything.
Oh, listen, I tell you what, Tony Johnson and skinny has never been the same sentence ever, and I don't think they'll ever be the same sentence. I've always been a big guy. Yeah. You know, I have Daniel Cormier said, man, you got the biggest booty in MMA. You know, I'm just a big guy.
Yeah, I don't suppose you can get the nickname Hulk being skinny either. That just doesn't happen.
Exactly.
What kind of fight do you think would be the best performance to get you that title shot for the vacant title? Would it be a knockout? Would it be a 3-round domination? Would it be submitting him? What would get you that number 1 spot?
I believe a knockout would definitely ensure that I get the title shot. But, you know, if I dominate him in 3 rounds, I'm sure I'll get there. I mean, it's not very, like I said, I'm ranked number 3. It's Matt, it's Cheick, and it's myself. So, you know, really, there's a limited amount of fights out there. You know, yeah, but of course I'm looking for a knockout, man. I want a cold knockout. I want to put him to sleep.
What about Bobby Lashley? Is he in that mix too, or is pro wrestling stuff taking up too much of his time?
He's like Matt Maciel. He hasn't fought anybody. You know, he hasn't fought anybody. So it's like, you know, he has a fight coming out October 21st in Memphis, which I'm going to attend that. But like, you know, it's like he hadn't fought anybody. So I mean, yeah, he's number 4, but you know, he's more of a face in my opinion. You know, I've had to grind. Cheick Kongo had to grind. I fought Volkov. I fought Rafael Butler. I fought Derek Lewis. You know, and Cheick Kongo fought the champ. He fought Volkov. I can't remember his name. He fought last time. So we're in there grinding. You know, so we've earned this contender spot, man. And Bobby Lashley just a face, and so is Matt Maciel. He's just a face. He hadn't fought anybody.
Well, it kind of sounds to me, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it kind of sounds like you're saying Matt Mitrione would have to go through you if he was going to get a title shot.
I'm telling you this: as long as I'm in Bellator, Matt Mitrione won't hold the title.
Oh, that's bold. That's you're laying it right there on the table, like he's not even getting close to it. The way you're putting it.
No, he won't. He won't get close to it. First of all, he can't wrestle. You know, so like, I know he's like, blah, 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 but, you know, at the end of the day, it's mixed martial arts, not boxing. If you want to box or kickbox, go do that. So, you know, I mean, I can mix it up way better than he can. You know, yeah, I don't think he's that good. And, you know, I'll show you guys once, you know, he's in front of my face. Can't wait for that.
Well, one thing I know he's good at is getting up from a concussion, because he got whooped in his very first fight and still came back. I didn't think he should have even been fighting 3 weeks again after that.
No, my thing is, you know, when he got knocked down, I think they gave him a little more extra time than he should have. He should have been stopped. But, you know, who am I to say that? But when I hit him and he gets knocked down, he ain't getting up. I promise you that.
Well, there's only less than one time I can think of that you ever had that problem where you had a fight where you got knocked down and got given too much of a chance. So I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe
right.
I'm wrong. Like, in fact, the only major loss I really think of is Daniel Cormier when you got rear naked choked by him. I mean,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. And, you know, that was my real loss. I lost over 1FC to a close to a decision with a guy named Chris Lopez, but you know, the reason that went wrong is because, you know, of course, my weight was an issue, and I had to lose 30 pounds in 10 days flying over to Malaysia, which is horrible. And then I did everything wrong, man. Like now, I'm older, I'm smarter, you know, I have my weight in control, so the weight up never be an issue anymore.
Well, you're definitely not going to Malaysia for this fight. It's a little shorter trip from Nashville to Texas.
Yeah, about 22 hours shorter.
All right. Well, I know you got some final preparations to get done. So when do you make that trip? When do you officially hit the road?
We are, my flight is at 8 a.m. on September 13th. So I will be in Austin at 10:05.
All right. That sounds
ready
good.
to go.
Yeah, ready to go and ready to have a big fight at Bellator 161 with Cheick Kongo. But before that takes place, let me get some plugs and anything you want to promote at this time.
I appreciate that, man. I want to thank first and foremost my chiropractor, Carmack Chiropractic, man. They've been taking care of me, keep my body the way it needs to be. Clinch Gear, man, they've been with me since I signed with Bellator. They've done awesome. Made Fitness, my conditioning program. You know, I love those guys. Vitamin Mount Scars. I just signed with those guys. Hype Mentoring, it's one of these, it's a mentoring place that, I kind of help these kids out a little bit. You know, you can find me on Twitter at Hulk Johnson, on Instagram at Tony Johnson Jr., and on Facebook at Tony Johnson Jr.
But not Snapchat, right? No Snapchat?
Oh, Snapchat, Hulk Johnson. I forgot about that, man. I forgot there's so many freaking media outlets, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a million different ways to be on social media these days, but it sounds like you got them all covered.
Absolutely.
And we've got you covered covering the fight next week. So, Tony, thanks for the time, and we look forward to seeing you.
That.
Bellator 161, everybody.
Absolutely.
Don't miss
Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you.